Project Illuminator window is well underway. We got a little shipment of bling today. A new look to the RV. So I didn't video any of this generator box construction, but our generator was, this rack was already here previously for a generator and the wire came back to it. But there was no protection for the generator. It was just kind of sitting out in the open. I built a little box. I had this left over from my old business sign, which is, what do they call this stuff? Alumacore, I believe. It's a plastic, black plastic with a thin sheet of aluminum on each side, finished in white. So I just used, what is this, 1/2 inch angle aluminum maybe, attached the bottom, made a box, attached it to this angle iron frame, and riveted it all together with 100 and some rivets. So I put a vent on this side. The exhaust comes out on that side, so I think that should be enough to get the exhaust out of there. If not, maybe I'll have to open it up a little bit more. And then on this side, a bunch of holes for the air intake, and then I split it so I can still access the on-off switch and the eco throttle control and the plug, and I can just unstrap the generator and pull it out if I need to do an oil change or something. And just ran a ratchet strap to a couple eyes here. It's on a rubber platform, so that's still got a little bit of vibration hopefully. And then this just hinges closed and fits in between there. There's the holes for the intake, and then I had a parts snowmobile. I just stole a couple rubber hood straps off of. That holds it closed and protects the generator a little better. I'm still going to put some sort of a locking mechanism there so I can lock the whole box closed so the generator is nice and secure, but should be good to leave it running in there. I'll do a little bit of testing on that to make sure it stays cool and everything, or cool enough, and the exhaust comes out. We're just getting a couple mud flaps screwed to the bumper here, one flap on each side to protect the trailer from rocks. I know we'll be driving down some gravel roads, that's how we roll. A few sheet metal screws and some big washers into the steel bumper. Sorry about the racket there today, we're on a power outage, so we're running off generator. I think maybe I'll put another one there and there just for a little extra insurance, and we should be good to go. That's all I got, man. That's it. That's Reggie. He helps me work on stuff. Really, he's just here for the peanuts, though. Right, Reg? So Marianne has a plan for the door. It's a little beat up looking, and it's got some cracks in it. Doesn't look so pretty. The window frame is cracked a little bit, and somebody's replaced the glass at some point, which isn't really big enough, and it's not thick enough, I don't think. It kind of moves around in the hole, so the plan is to eliminate the window. So I'm working on that now. We'll see what we can do. Okay, there's the first plug for the window on the door. It's 1 3/8 thick. This is 3/4. So I'm gonna need a piece of 5/8 something or other. So I'll see what I have laying around. All right, Project Illuminator window is well underway. A piece of melamine, I think it is, the stuff you make shelves out of in that. I had a piece of that left over in 5/8. So I cut a piece of that for the outside, and then that piece of MDF that I cut on the inside. So I'm gonna trim this in with some wood or something, and I don't know, whatever Marianne wants to do with it. Finish it of some sort. Maybe put a be a good place for a picture, maybe. And then she has a decal for the door on the outside, so I'm going to get this attached in there, and then I'm probably going to use some Bondo, like body filler, once I get it all attached, and I'll do a body filler all around the seam to blend that in and repair any cracks in the door, and then we're going to put that decal over top. Should be good. So I think we're there on the prep on this window plug now. I did do it with the fiberglass filler underneath. Then I put a little bit of body filler Bondo to smooth it, give it a sand, fix that dent there, and I think I'm going to put a bit of, just spray it with a bit of paint to seal it up a bit before I put the decal on. I have the decal flattening out now since it was all rolled up, and the weather's a little better today, kind of gray, but it's supposed to be sunny. But there's no rain in the forecast, so be a good day to tackle this. I'll have to take off the everything on the door. Then we'll get the decal on and trim the edges with a razor knife, and our door should look pretty trick. Okay, so I got the door all cleaned up, all the hardware out of it. There was a couple of holes where the door holder was. I just put some 5-minute epoxy in those. Same thing up with the roller for the awning. I just 5-minute epoxied the holes to fill them in. Those ones up there were a little loose. I'll probably put that thing back on, but that epoxy will give my screw something to bite into. I added a little wood block here because there was nothing really supporting that door lock. It has good wood on the bottom, but not much up there, so I put that little block there so because it's something to tighten down on. Really, there's nothing under this latch too, so I added a little block there too. I just white glued that in there. Give her a good clean with Zoom and brushed all the edges to get the dirt out of them to help the sticker stick down, and now it's time to put the sticker on. Hopefully I can get it straight. I don't think I'm going to float it on. I'm going to try and put it on dry. Floating takes so much time for the water to dry out. If I can get it on dry, it'll stick down better right away. And this is a good quality 3M control tack. This is supposed to be an automotive exterior vinyl, so should be really good quality. Usually with good quality vinyls, if you do screw up when you start to stick it down, you can peel it back off and replace it on there. So hopefully that's the case with this stuff. We'll get a little bit started here and see what happens. It's coming along. We'll keep on working on this and tune back in once I get her stuck on. There we go, sticker's all on, hardware is all back in place. It actually stuck on really well, looks good. Marianne did a pretty awesome job designing the graphic. Adds a new look to the RV. Definitely different, stands out. I figured it'd be a good idea to know how tall our rig is, so I think the easiest way to measure it is to get the AC unit, which should be the highest point other than the CB antenna, but that doesn't really matter if it hits something that much. But the AC unit's tallest point on the roof, so I'm going to measure from the top of the door in the big shed here down to the AC, and then I can just measure the door opening, which I believe is 12 feet, and that'll give me the height. (18¼ inches down from the top of the door. So I'll measure the door to make sure it's 12 feet, and then Looks like 10.5 feet maybe, or something like that. But we'll do that measurement to be sure. I put this, I got these traction boards in case we get into a situation with some sand or something. I bungeed them there, strapped them on with some rock straps. I don't really have another place for them, so they seem to fit good there, and I could put them in the trailer, but I'd rather have them on the RV in case we're somewhere without the trailer. And as long as nobody steals them, we're all good. We got a little shipment of bling today. A little bit of chrome. Look at that. We'll see what it does on the back here. We'll get one installed. Just like that. Instant bling. Back to the hubcap. 16.5 inch hubcaps. I got some off Amazon. They're about 200 bucks for a set, and they look better than the steel wheels. They just hold on with these little spring clips which have little teeth in them, so you push them on, that's it. They seem to go on good, but I lost one. We did about a 2,000 kilometer trial run. About 1,000 kilometers in, I checked them all. Pushed, you know, they had moved maybe a little bit here and there, but not much. I kind of pushed them all in tight again. Everything looked good. Probably 800 or 1,800 kilometers in, they were all still there. When we got home, about 2,000 kilometers, one was missing. So right near the end there. So I don't know. I guess I got to check them more than every 1,000 kilometers. I don't know. Or unless it was just an odd thing, but you can see where these little teeth pulled out on the rim. You see the scratch marks as they came and went. So I had to buy a whole other set of 4 for another 200 bucks. I got 3 spares now. Maybe that's a good thing. I'll carry one with me on the trip in case we lose another one. I'm not going to carry too many though, they take up space, but that's how she goes sometimes. So I'll check them more often.